Hello, and welcome back to Bedtime Stories with Vice Vice Baby, where we will continue the journey of Neddie and Beckie Stubtail. Story 19, Neddie and the Kindling Wood. Neddie! Neddie! Where are you? Called Mrs. Stubtail, the mama bear, one afternoon as she stood on the back steps, which were still colored dark from the glue that Uncle Wigwag had put there, the time Neddie and Beckie were going to take the honey cakes, as I told you in the other story. Neddie! Neddie! Called the mama bear. There was no answer for a moment, and then Tommy, the little kitten boy, came running as fast as he could run. What's the matter, Tommy Cat? Asked Mrs. Stubtail. Is a bad rat chasing you? Oh no, not a bad rat, answered Tommy as he quickly hid under an old ash can. You see, we're playing hide and seek, and Neddie, he's it. I'm hiding away from him. Don't tell where I am, will you? Of course not, said Mrs. Stubtail with a laugh. So that's why Neddie didn't answer me. She went on. He's playing a game. Very well, Tommy Cat. But when you get in home free, or when Neddie finds you, just tell him for me, if you please, that I want to see him. I will, promised Tommy Cat. And then he pulled his tail in closer under the ash can so when Neddie came to look for him, he wouldn't see him. Truly enough, in a short time, Neddie Stubtail the bear boy came looking for all the animal children who were playing the game. He found Jimmy Wibblewobble, the boy duck, hiding under some cornmeal sacks. Then he saw Johnny Bushytail, the squirrel, in a nut bag, and Neddie saw Jackie and Petey Bow Wow curled up together behind the rainwater barrel. But Neddie could not find Tommy Cat, and finally the little bear boy had to call out, "Givey up, givey up, come on in free." This meant that when Tommy ran out from where he was hiding, Neddie will not tag him, and the kitten boy would not be it. So out came Tommy from under the ash can, and Neddie said, "Oh, so that's where you were, eh?" "Sure I was," said Tommy. "But say, Neddie, your mama wants you." "Really?" asked Neddie. "Really, truly, and truly ruly," laughed Tommy. Just then, Mrs. Stubtail came out and called again, "Neddie, Neddie, I want you." "What is it, Mama?" asked Neddie, politely, and wondering where he would hide when it came his turn. "I want you to bring me in some kindling wood for the stove, so I can easily make a fire in the morning to get breakfast," said the bear lady. "Oh, Mama, I don't want to," exclaimed Neddie. "I want to play hide and seek some more. It's my turn to hide, and I know a dandy place where they can't find me. Sammy Littletail the rabbit has to be it, and he'll never find me." "Well, my dear little bear boy," spoke Mrs. Stubtail, "I know you like to play, but you must also help me. Bringing in the wood is one of your tasks, so don't make a fuss about it." "All right, Mama, I won't," said Neddie eagerly. "Only, do I have to bring in the wood right away?" "It would be better to get it in before dark," said Mrs. Stubtail. "But I don't mind if you wait a little while longer. Only don't forget it, and don't be too long. It soon gets dark, you know, and you can't see to get some nice sticks of wood. But go on and play a little while longer." Mrs. Stubtail wanted to be kind to Neddie, but she also wished him to feel that he had certain things to do, and must do them. Well, Neddie went on playing hide and seek, and he hid in the big clothes basket that was in the yard. He pulled a clean sheet from the line over him, and really The basket looked as though it were filled with clothes from the wash. Of course, when Samuel Littletail, the rabbit boy, who was searching for the other animals this time, passed by the basket, he only saw the sheet and never thought that Neddie was hiding under it. So, Sammy didn't find Neddie, though he did all the other animal boys. And such fun as Neddie had when he ran in home free. "I told you that you couldn't find me," he said, as he tried to stand on one ear, but he couldn't, because his ear bent double. Then Neddie fell down, and he knocked over Petey Bow Wow, and Petey bumped against Jimmy Wibblewobble the duck, and for a time it looked like an animal circus. Well, Neddie Stubtail was having so much fun that he forgot all about bringing in the kindling wood for his mama. Then, all of a sudden, it got dark. So dark that the animal boys couldn't play hide and seek anymore, and Neddie remembered the wood. "Oh dear," he exclaimed. "What's the matter?" asked Charlie Chick, who was also playing the game. "I forgot all about the wood," spoke Neddie. "You'd stay and help me carry it, won't you? I'll give you a honey cake if you do, Charlie." "Well, I'd like to very much," said Charlie Chick, "for I am very fond of honey cakes. But my mama told me to come home just as soon as it got dark. I've got to help shell some yellow corn for breakfast. Goodbye." Then Charlie Chick trotted off to his chicken coop, and all the other animal boys went to their homes, though Neddie asked each of them to stay and help him bring in the wood. But none of them could, for they too had little things to do at home. "Oh dear," sighed Neddie. "I've got to bring in the kindling woods all alone, and it's dark. But I suppose it serves me right for letting it go so long. Next time, I will not." And I suppose it did serve Neddie right, though that did not make it any more pleasant. So, the little bear boy went out to the woodpile. It was so dark he could hardly see, but still he was brave, and he made up his mind he was not going to ask Uncle Wigwag or Mr. Whitewash the polar bear to help him. "For this is my own fault for not bringing in the wood earlier," thought Neddie. He hurried all he could, and brought in one pawful, which he put in the wood box behind the stove. His mama didn't say anything when Neddie stood there in the kitchen a minute, sort of waiting like, as though he hoped she would excuse him. Mama Stubtail felt sorry for her little bear cub, but she knew it would be a good lesson to him. And there are more kinds of lessons in this world than you learn from your school books, you know. So, Neddie went out to the woodpile again, and it was darker than ever. The little bear boy piled his paw full of the fire sticks and started for the house. It was quite a distance, and before Neddie got there, someone stepped up behind him and grabbed him tightly. "Oh dear!" cried the little bear boy. "Who is it?" "It is I, the skillery scalery alligator," was the answer, given in a shivery sort of voice. "At last I have you. I have been waiting until it was dark enough for me to carry you off without anyone seeing me. Now I've got you. Come along." "No, I'm not going," cried Neddie, and he struggled to get loose. But he couldn't. For the gator held him too tightly. "Oh, help! Help!" cried poor Neddie. "Hush! No more of that," snarled the skillery alligator. And he held one paw over Neddie's mouth so the little bear boy couldn't call for help. "Come along!" cried the alligator, and he started to drag Neddie away. And then the little bear cub thought of something. In his paws were a lot of sharp, jagged sticks of wood. As quickly as a flash, Neddie dropped all but one of these sticks of wood. This one he grabs tightly in his paws, and with that stick, he gave that bad alligator such a whack on his nose that tears came into his eyes. "Oh wow! Trolley cars and ice cream cones! What happened to me?" cried the alligator. "Did it thunder and lightning?" "No, I did it with my little stick," cried Neddie, and he gave the gator another whack, if you'll excuse me saying so. Then the alligator cried "Wow!" again, and more tears came into his eyes, and he could not see through so much salt water, and then Neddie managed to wiggle loose and run into the house. And the gator had too much of a toothache to follow, so the little bear boy got away after all. And the scalery alligator went to the dentist to have his tooth fixed. After that, Uncle Wigwag helped the little bear boy bring in the rest of the wood, and never again did Neddie let his work go until dark. And on the next page, if the coffee grinder doesn't take a bite out of gas stove and make it sing in its sleep, I'll tell you about Becky and her cough medicine. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Bedtime Stories with Vice Baby. I hope you all have a good night and sweet dreams.